Hey, good morning everyone. So today we got to prep our garden. So first thing we got to do is take off the chisel plow from the tractor, put on the, where are we at? There we go. Put on the disc kill, not the disc killer, sorry, the disc harrow. Then we're going to harrow the field to break up the dirt clods and stuff. And then I've got to put on the disc killer to make the hills in the garden. Okay, so this is the garden area. I used the chisel plow and you can see that it's kind of broken up. It's a little hilly, right? Now, the difference down here in the Ozarks from where I came from in California we had a lack of water. There was a serious need for irrigation in your garden. So some folks I talked to down here, one of the problems is it gets saturated like a swamp and muddy. It's been over a week since we've had any rain, and if you can see down here that it's still wet down in the bottom. And right after the rain you could sink more than 6 inches in this bog. So I'm hoping that by using a disc killer and putting the mounds, planting the vegetables up on the mound, I can keep them out of the mud. Don't know if that's going to work, but that's where my plan is at. So this has been chisel plowed. Next step, I'm going to get the disc killer. I'm sorry, not the disc killer. I guess I just like saying that. The disc harrow, break up all these clods, get the dirt real smooth, and then we'll come back through and hill it. We're going to see how that goes, so let me get to it. Well, this disc harrow has just turned out to be a big disappointment. I probably got to figure out how to use it correctly, but it's just not getting low enough into the ground. I don't know if it's the position of the hitch, or whether the thing just doesn't get low enough, or it needs weight to push it down. But it's really just raking it like a light metal rake. It's not even doing anything. So I'll keep at it and see if I can't figure it out. Okay, so what you didn't see was I put together the disc killer, and I tried it out because I didn't want to look like a complete total idiot, and it actually worked fairly decent. Let me show you these the rows that it made. So it made these rows. They are almost what I was expecting. I was hoping for them to be a little bit taller and maybe the trench is a little bit deeper, but what I know I need to do is I need to make weights and put weights onto the implement, because I temporarily connected this bucket full of concrete, although it didn't last very long, and it actually did a little bit better. So we're close to my expectations, but not 100%. It doesn't look half bad actually. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to make 2 concrete buckets. Instead of using the handle which broke right here. See, the handle broke off. Obviously it's plastic, it's not going to hold that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 more concrete buckets, put an eye bolt in the center with the eye bolt, and then weld some hooks onto the attachment and then hook it up, and we'll have 2 of these concrete buckets for weight. And I'm thinking that that will make them just perfect. Once I get them healed, I can put the weed cloth over them, and then we can start planting. So not half bad. And on another note, it's weight as well for the disc harrow. The 3-point does lower definitely far enough. I mean, those connections go all the way to the ground, so it's just the fact that it doesn't have enough weight to push in. So I'm gonna need to get some kind of weights for that as well. Anyways, all right, that's that. Okay, here's the disc killer that I put together, and it's got several adjustments on it. These, sorry about the camera angle, folks, but these can be loosened and the height can be adjusted up and down, and you can also lessen or make the angle more aggressive. As you can see, I've got the angle pretty aggressive. I wanted to throw up a lot of dirt and make a big hill, and yeah, so my idea is to make a hook on the back side of here that I can connect the eye bolt to the bucket and have 2 buckets hanging on the inside back there. So we'll see how that goes. You're gonna put that stuff here. You gonna step on it? No.
You're gonna take your scissors. Skizzers.
Oh, yeah.
Get you started. Oh. Does that work out? These are wider paths.
Yeah,
than the
I made them farther apart than the other ones. I'll pull my side over.
Yep.
Be tight.
Wait.
See this? That's what I wasn't liking, is staking these on the top of the hill. See how this is getting, they're getting staked on the hill? But it's a So this morning I had to replant some of our peas and preparing the beets, soaking them in water for replanting, and the bok choy because a lot of the seeds did not take. Radishes did really well, and the onions did really well. And then also I'm going to plant some more onions, and I'm going to show you how I burn the holes in the weed fabric. So let me give you a quick run through real quick of the garden. Yep. So replanted the peas. These are going to be for second planting or third planting. Replanted those peas. Looks like only 2 or 3 of those grew, so I replanted those. Onions are doing great, as you can see. Onions are looking good. Radishes are coming up sporadically. And the row of beets over there did not do so well, so I'm going to replant those tomorrow. I got to soak the seeds overnight. But for now, I'm going to burn some more holes, and I'm going to plant some of those red onions, those sweet red onions. So let me show you how I do that. So if you don't have a weed burner, get yourself one. It comes in handy for more things than just burning up weeds, such as burning holes in your plastic. And the hole size is just about perfect. So when I first started this, I was having issues. The flame kept dying out every time I would go and put it on the ground, it would die out. So the problem was I had it at normal setting to where when I pushed this down, it would torch up really well. What you got to do is you got to adjust your flame setting to really low. That way, when you push it down like that, it doesn't burn up all the oxygen and die out the flame. So you just turn your setting down really low and you'll be good to go. So I'm going to turn it on and show you what. We got our gas on. Light that up. You can see what's coming out. Now if I hit the throttle here, kind of just fizzles out because there's not a lot of gas. So if I put this down on the ground, normally it would die out, but it's still burning. So I could probably even turn it down just a little bit more. Oh, there it goes, it's starting to die out. So this flame is right at the lowest setting right before it burns itself out. So we'll go with that. Go burn some holes. The hotter this is, the easier it is to do as well. So just take it, you got your flame on. There you go. Just melts it right off. You get your spacing however you like it. Sometimes if your ground isn't level, it doesn't cut it all the way through, but it's not the end of the world. Just melts it back through. The only downside that happens sometimes is the plastic sticks to it, gets really hot, drips off, and then burns a hole in the plastic. So that kind of sucks. Yeah, see, it's burning in there. It's melting that plastic right up. Ah, I fizzled out my flame. What? Okay. All right. Okay, everybody, I got all those onions planted in there. So, and we're supposed to have a pretty severe thunderstorm potential tonight, so I'm going to wait till tomorrow to plant anything else in the rest of the garden. Oh my gosh, so much planting to do. It's crazy. It's a daunting task for me to even think about, but this is going to provide a lot of food for us. Hopefully we're going to get a lot of food storage from this. And yeah. So this is the whole entire garden. I got all the plastic, weed fabric, weed cloth. It's not really cloth, it's woven weed fabric is what it is. Got it all laid down. So I've got 11 additional rows about 50 feet long. And then over here we're going to put watermelons on these hills. So, and then in the back where there's no wheat cloth, I planted corn. So that's it. Lots of work to do still. I'll be back. We'll see you tomorrow when I get this rest of this, a lot of this planted.